Hey everyone, it's Megamon here, and welcome back to not an anime talk, not a let's play. And I'm gonna be less excited probably because I'm not trying to be in my Megamon persona, I guess. Speaking of persona, there has been a lot of announcements about the Persona series and the Shin Megami Tensei series. And I'm not sure if I'm the only one gonna label this, and it's gonna be very unofficial. But I'm gonna unofficially call this the year of Shin Megami Tensei. There are just a lot of things happening with the series, and I think I'm just gonna call it that because there's so much stuff happening this year. I mean, for one thing, a lot of the Shin Megami Tensei games are being released on the PSN. One game that I thought would never reach the PSN, Persona 4, did come, and I'm replaying it because I don't have Golden, and it's making me sad. So I've been replaying that, and that's been fun. And I just found out that other games have been released on the PSN, and more to come. Like Nocturne is going to be here this week, or I think actually no, it might have been released yesterday because I remember seeing the news article yesterday. But I'm not going to buy it because I just bought Persona 4 again. I have like 2 copies of that game. I'm going to get 3 once I get the PS Vita port. Oh boy, that's a lot of Persona 4. But Shin Megami Tensei is a very, very fun series, and it's one of the few games I'm actually good at. Thank you, Atlas. I found my rightful place in the video gaming world. But I really am happy that Shin Megami Tensei has this many games and is being released, and this could be to the fact that Sega bought Atlas, and that's pretty cool. I think that it's because they have a bigger budget, and the reason why they're releasing more PSN games is they can actually get more money, and I think that makes sense. I think that's a sound business practice, and I can't wait to see all the other Shin Megami Tensei games, because then I can buy them and finally play a lot of them. I mean, I have a couple of Shin Megami Tensei games, but I don't have a lot of them, because one, they're very time consuming, and I'm only a 2-year fan. I've only been playing the series for 2 years, and since each game is pretty damn long and pretty damn hard, it's kind of hard for me to play all the games. Luckily, they're all cheap, and on the PSN they'll even be cheaper, and so I'll be able to get a ton of games for like $20, and then I'll have to buy them again on the disc form because I like collection. Oh boy, I actually should probably go over the actual announcements that's been happening this year. I think that I'm just gonna call this Ramble about Shin Megami Tensei / Shin Megami Tensei year, or something like that. I'll find out later when I actually label the thing. So a couple announcements are gonna be, or were already made last year, but I never talked about them. But the games are gonna released this year is going to be Persona Q, Persona 4 Dancing All Night, and Persona 5, at least in Japan. It's still pretty close to the US release, I'm going to assume, considering how much more popular Persona 4 and Persona 3 are in the US. And hopefully I'll be able to get the dub, and it will be so fun. I can't wait. It's the reason why I buy PS3. You see, this is actually how I talk, and it's interesting that I'm not using. You know what? Screw it. Persona. So I'm really excited for the rest of the Persona games, like especially Persona Q, because I'm actually a huge fan of the Etrian Odyssey series. And since I beat Etrian Odyssey Millennium World, I've been craving another game. And so this will be nice, and also it'll be nice to see Minato Arisato's canon personality, since he actually talks in this. I think his voice actor is Yuri Lothal, and the same person that did Yosuke. Also Sasuke. So I'm actually imagining him sounding like Sasuke, and I think that'll be pretty neat to play. Although I'm wondering how much time I'm going to put into it. Etrian Odyssey Millennium World already took enough time away from me, considering that I went through the story mode and the standard mode. So that was quite the adventure of 60 hours, and considering Persona's length and the amount of cutscenes it normally has, I can imagine it taking much, much longer. Oh boy. It's for the 3DS, so I'll be on my bed all day, every weekend. I guess the next one would be Dancing All Night, which I'm actually confused about. I'm not exactly sure why there's a dancing game, and although I'm gonna buy it, definitely, I don't get why it's exclusive to Persona 4. I mean, I guess if it was just a Risei Kujikawa game, that would make sense. But no, it's apparently going to be showing other people from the cast, and one of the Kunami, I think, Risei's rival, and I don't get it. I guess it's just a fun distraction, but it really makes me feel like it's a cash cow. Like Persona 4 has gotten Atlus so much money through dashing, merchandising, through another anime, through having 2 games. No, 3 games. It has the fighting game, it has the remake, and it has its original version. And I realized Persona 3 had the same thing, but Fez wasn't that much of a step up, and it only had, that bleh. And it didn't have like a major continuation of the story, which I guess Persona 4 Arena was kind of a continuation, but not all that much. Although Persona 4, the Ultimax, seems like it'll continue some of the Persona 3 continuity, and that actually, I should probably talk about that game. I'm really happy that they're actually making a new fighting game for it, because it's the only fighting game that I have consistently played. And by the way, Naoto Shirogane is my main because she is great as long range, and I can do so many combos. But I'm really excited for this game, but I'm not too excited about the new character that's introduced, because I'm not sure if he'll be a part of the continuity now, and if I have to worry about him in Persona 5, and he'll probably have some kind of cool story. I'm also very confused about the title. It's weird. It's Super Ultimax, and I'm not sure if that's going to be a major player in the balance, or is it going to be a special move, or whatever. Also, it's nice to see the other Persona 3 characters like Junpei and Yukari, and well, they look interesting. They look grown up, but also they seem like they're acting a little bit more childish. I don't know. I haven't seen much footage of it, but that's what it seems like they are. Considering the fact that Yukari's working as Super Sentai, that was a weird career choice. I could see Junpei as doing the baseball thing. I cannot see Yukari as an actor, actually. I don't know what I'd imagine her as, but I don't know. I guess it'll be a better close-off to the Persona 3 series, mixed in with Persona Q. But I'm not exactly sure, because I really do love Persona 3, and I would really like if they, like, not a cure for Minato, but something definite with him, because I don't like when they just leave me. He could be alive, he could be saved by Elizabeth, and yet we don't know, and it's bugging me, but I'll be definitely buying that game, hopefully day 1, if I have enough money after buying a new Vita or something like that. I have a lot of stuff to spend on. And I guess also along the lines of Persona 4, I should also talk about the new anime announcement, and it's going to be animated by A1 Pictures. Persona 4 the Golden... Not the Golden. Persona 4 the animation, and it's the Golden version. And I think I talked about this in my last anime talk, and oh god, I need to do another one of those. Off track! But I should probably get to talking about other anime. I'm gonna call this Rambles with Persona I'm gonna call this Rambles with Shin Megami Tensei and Year of the Shin Megami Tensei, because I don't know what else to call this. I'm just kind of talking because I'm bored. Oh yeah, and there's that new Shin Megami Tensei, that new Persona anime, Persona 4, and I'm actually really excited for that one. Since it's being animated by A1 Pictures, and it looks a lot closer to how the original animation in Persona 4 actually looked. And also, it's having the same director as the actual Persona series, at least from what I remember from the news article. I'm not sure if I'm remembering that right. But if I recall, it's getting the same director for the actual Persona series, and so I think it'll be a lot more accurate, and maybe we'll have more time on the social link aspect. Maybe some of the dungeons might be a little bit more interesting, or something to that effect. but I'm really just more excited for just a better version of the Persona 4 anime, because honestly, even though the last one was a good adaptation, this one is going to be, one, the actual, what actually happened, and also, it'll probably just be a lot more accurate. I want those rank out, I want everything to rank out. I want all the ranked out social links. And I seriously can't wait for that. Although I don't know if we'll be streaming. Hopefully Crunchyroll. If not, then I'm kind of screwed, aren't I? So I can't wait for that. I'll probably do an anime talk about my expectations for the series eventually, but not right now. I guess the next thing I should be talking about is my excitement for Persona 5. Because there's not much else I could be talking about. So Persona 5, from what I've seen so far, which isn't a whole lot, by the way, because we still have the rest of the year to go until we actually have any real news or footage of it. Hopefully, I want to see it showcased at a Japanese gaming thing or whatever soon, hopefully in the summer, because I really don't know what to make of Persona 5. It looks like it's going to be more dark than Persona 4, at least. I think it might be closer to Persona 2 and Persona 3 in terms of tone, and again, I don't have a whole lot to look at from here. It might be dealing with the fact of freedom, which actually works really well with social links and the teenager in terms of how everything would work. So I think that would be nice, because it does have the chairs with the ball chains, so it'd be like, it's symbolic. Oh, sorry. It's symbolic. Oh boy, this is quite the ramble. Well, I guess you get to see a little bit more of how I actually talk without a script, or without actually being on Red Bull and being super excited and oh my god. So I guess that's about it. I can't really say much about Persona 5. I know it's going to be fucking amazing. I know that the rest of Persona games will be great. And I'm really excited for the new Shin Megami Tensei games on the PSN. So I guess that's about it. So anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later.